Uzbekistan is hosting Tashkent Urban Forum 2024 to discuss current ecological and infrastructural issues with renowned local and foreign experts.
My name is Timur Akhmedov. I'm originally from Uzbekistan, but I lived for over 25 years in the United States. After seeing big changes happening in Uzbekistan 3.5 years ago, I came back to see if I can contribute my knowledge, my experience to the development of Uzbekistan. And my main area of expertise is energy efficiency, renewable energy, and green building, and sustainable development, which is a big topic today for our forum. There were probably two main components within my presentation, so that I don't sort of repeat the whole thing. One is the harmony with the environment. This is how actually people lived in places like Uzbekistan, where you had oases. So every town was kind of oasis. There's land, fertile land around, and you had to live in balance. If you didn't live in balance, then you would have desert and people would have to move. There would be starvation and all sorts of problems. So people figured out how to live in that balance. We need to take that knowledge that existed here for thousands of years, somehow we forgot over the last so many years. We need to take that knowledge, adapt it to our modern culture and modern technologies, and use it to build new communities, right? And the other component was that Mahalla. So Mahalla is a kind of a unique cultural element that we have here in Uzbekistan. It's a community in many countries, like in modern urban development. They actually try to create environment where people start communicating with, artificially create environment where they can create some sort of a community. We already have that institute of Mahalla. All we need to do is equip that institute with modern tools. Good community center, for example, which is a green building, efficient building, multifunctional building where people of different ages can get together. Kids can learn something, young people can learn future professions and whatnot, older people can communicate and share news and whatnot, right? So if you have that kind of community center, that would be an important tool for society to continue as culture, as ethnicity, right? This is a critical point. And we're having a challenge right now because when they're building multi-story buildings, often sort of as a standalone buildings, not as a part of a community. So that breaks down these little cultural ties that we have, where neighbors may not know each other. Right? Yes, I've seen that in the United States many times. But if you go to the smaller communities, people know each other. And you want to live in a place where you know your neighbors, it's safe, it's comfortable, you enjoy coming home when a community works like that. So we need to preserve Mahalla, and we need to equip it with new technologies, new ideas, so that our society as a whole continues. There are sort of both positive and negative sides to this whole situation. So on the negative side, of course, the chaotic construction that we had here, the overall infrastructure system kind of failing, like RICS, for example, that we had here, right? That created some serious ecological problems that we have. Air quality, water quality, food quality, all of those issues are in a dramatic situation right now. I don't want to sort of over-dramatize, but I think the situation is pretty serious, right? And we need to address it like urgently. The positive side, actually, there are, just like today at this Tashkent Urban Forum, there are young architects, young specialists who worked abroad, maybe who studied abroad. They're bringing in international experience, and they want to change this. So they have knowledge, they have skills. Yes, we actually have some experienced, elderly, respectable professionals here as well, which is very good because there's some continuity between within the profession. But we have this younger generation that they want to change that. That's a very positive side, and this is what I saw. So it creates mixed feelings. So from one side there's excitement for change, from another side there's obviously frustration that some of these changes are leading to these type of difficult situations, like with what we'll have with environment. I have no doubt about the capabilities of Uzbekistan people and people who live here. They can do that. There is enough knowledge and experience. There is enough general will, but we need to get people organized. We need the government officials who often make decisions understand, maybe relearn some things, maybe unlearn some things on how they do things day to day, right? It's not going to be easy. We are unfortunately money-driven society as far as decisions concerning for like development of cities, right? And that creates certain problems. Yes, economy has to grow. Yes, companies need to make profit, but there is a way to balance it. And we don't have to invent the bicycle. People doing it all over the world. We just need to learn from experience, adapt it to our environment, and do it. I'm fully confident about the capabilities. And this event today, Tashkent Urban Forum, is an example. There are people here who can help. We just need to start, as a society, start making sense. And I think now, unfortunately, it comes to this type of extreme situations where air became dangerous for us to breathe, right? People started asking questions. What do we do? Why are we here, and what do we do to fix this? This is an important point when people realize that there is a problem. Now we can start talking about solutions.
Well, my name is Tahmina Turdalieva. I'm an architect and head of the Young Architects Association of Uzbekistan. And today we had a very important event for the urban planning field of Uzbekistan, which is Urban Forum. For the first time, we're having it in Tashkent, and because it is a very current topic and demanded very topic, we had a lot of visitors and interested people, our colleagues and other citizens as well. The topic of the forum was Mahalla. We devoted it to the traditional Mahallas and at the same time modern Mahallas as well. As you know, Mahalla is an administrative unit in the city in Uzbekistan because we have modern mahallas, we have traditional old mahallas. So today we have discussed all the aspects of all the new mahallas and how we can develop old mahallas and implement to old mahallas new technologies and adapt it to modern lifestyle. So the topic was very interesting and discussion was very lively. And we at the beginning we planned only for 2 hours, but it extended to 3 hours because a lot of people had to say something, a lot of interest was expressed to this topic. And besides, we also had representatives of the government of Uzbekistan who was informing us about the recent plans regarding the urban planning of Uzbekistan cities. So I think the event was very fruitful, very lively, and we expected to have it in the near future again.